All right, good day, everybody, and welcome to Headline Hits with LW. It is October the 18th, 2022, Tuesday morning. A few things in the news, but I just received a text message. I have not verified or confirmed it yet. It was sent to me by Jeff B., and I know that he's watching Russian news outlets and Ukrainian news outlets. It looks like Russia may have just shot down one of the United States drones. Now, I reported yesterday that NATO are running operations over Europe with B-52 bombers. The United States and NATO are doing that in exercise for a nuclear event. That is a scheduled event that they do annually. They run that exercise, but it may be that Russia has shot down one of our drones. So where is that going to leave us? Where is that going to lead to? I have no idea, but it's something that's very concerning. We really need to pay attention to it. And I'm gonna report to you guys here in just a minute in the headlines that it seems like this current administration, they're not doing anything. To be honest with you, they're worried about climate change right now, and nothing seems to bother these guys. They don't worry about the southern border. They don't worry about the economy because, Biden just the other day licking an ice cream cone and sniffing little girl's hair and telling her not to have a serious relationship until she's 30 doesn't seem to bother any of these guys about what's truly going on. So just real quick, gonna throw this out there. Today is the last day that you could save up to 90% on MyPillow products. If you guys are looking to buy gifts for Christmas, they've got the greatest slippers in the world. The Giza bed sheets are wonderful, best in the world as well. Of course, MyPillow, doggy beds, all kinds of different products. But I believe today is the last day that you could save up to 90% using promo code LWN, going to mypillow.com and doing that. Just last day to save a lot of money before the holidays, folks. So let's hit the headlines. Let's talk about this stuff. I think it's worth mentioning. Europe in a panic right now, right? So the Greens furious as German counselor bypasses allies to keep nuclear power plants open. So Germany is one of the European countries over there that are, they're very left. They allow the left to completely consume that country, which it seems like at the moment America is in the same boat, but they are going full on green, zero carbon footprint. They wanted all nuclear power plants shut down by January of 2023. This energy crisis that Germany is part of because of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, Russia turning off energy flowing to Europe, the Ukraine. It's just a total debacle over there on top of the war that's going on. So German counselor says that he is going to leave the remaining nuclear power plants to be kept in operation beyond 2022, revising their earlier plan to have faculties decommissioned by January 1st of 2023. And of course, the left, they're having total meltdowns. They are not happy with this decision. And even that gal, what was her name? Gretchen Thunberg, she even wants them to leave the nuclear power plants part of the power grid for right now. Here's my question to all the elite there in Germany, to all the green leftists. How are you heating your house? Because obviously, whatever source of energy you have that heats your house, or maybe you're so wealthy that high energy costs don't affect you. But what about your constituents? What about your citizens that live in Germany that can't afford that or don't have a second source of energy to heat their homes? Do you guys even care about humanity? Or is it all about pushing this Green New Deal, this propaganda the World Economic Forum, and everything that all these evil people are connected to. All right, let's hit the next headline. U.S. Embassy says that climate change accelerates global food crisis. Exaggerates. I can't even pronounce the word. So I read through this article. You guys can catch it in Breitbart if you want. But again, here we are with the Green New Agenda and the Green New Deal, and they're more about climate change than anything else. The global conflicts, climate change, and supply disruptions from the sickness have exacerbated the world food crisis. Now, the world food crisis is definitely a real deal. We've talked about countries, I've been reporting on it for months, countries that normally export their excess of grain and other foods. They're not doing that right now. China being one of them, Ukraine being another one. There are many European countries that normally export their excess food product. They're not doing that right now. A lot of them, India, they're all holding on to it. Why are they holding on to it? Well, it's because I think there are rough times ahead of us, and they're all prepping and preparing for it. Countries are buying up gold and silver because they're worried about an economic collapse. And now a bunch of countries are signing on with BRICS, the European dollar, the Western currency, the world global currency, which is the United States dollar. It's going to be no more here very, very soon, and they all know it. So it has ushered in a global food crisis. A lot of countries out there not prepared, can't produce their own food, and they're in some serious trouble. Let's hit the next headline. So this was sent to me. I hope he's watching right now. This was sent to me by GW. GW reporting for Liberty Warrior Nation. Republicans on track to take back the U.S. House. Economy #1 concern of voters, and it should be. It rightfully should be. We're not worried about the sickness. We're not worried about all this other nonsense, global climate change. We're worried about the economy. Most voters are very concerned about what they're seeing happen. We just broke the threshold of $31 trillion in debt, and that does not even come close to what our true debt is, which is over 130 trillion. With the congressional midterms now just 21 days away, a weekend CBS News Battleground Tracker poll shows Republicans are on track to take back the U.S. House of Representatives. Lord, please help us. We definitely need people to show up in November and to vote conservative and to get this back to the way it should be. The latest predictions show Republicans could win 224 seats to the Democrats' 211. Lord, let that be true. The issue of the biggest concern of voters is the economy. This is a fake economy. It's all propped up. They are pumping billions and billions and billions of dollars into the U.S. economy to keep it propped up, and it is going to collapse. They cannot continue to do what they're doing, folks. I'm telling you right now, it is staggering to see people who are just not paying attention that is about to happen. All right, here is the next headline. Another one's from CBN. Three amigos raising GOP hopes of red wave in blue Texas stronghold. Now, I remember in 2020, a lot of people said, oh, heck no, Texas is not a blue state or Texas is not a purple state. Texas used to be as red as blood, all right? But there are a lot of left-leaning, left-wing people that have moved to Texas. Even my great state of Idaho right here has become blue. Or purple, if you want to call it that. A lot of liberals that live here in Boise, Idaho, and surrounding areas. And it's just like the United States of America. There are 5 major cities across the United States that if we went to just a popular vote only, those 5 cities across the United States would always pick the president of the United States. That's New York, that's LA, it's San Francisco, Chicago. They're all liberal, they're all blue. Well, just like the state of Idaho, a lot of our big cities are becoming blue, and it's very concerning, and so is Texas. But Texas have 3 amigos that are raising the GOP hopes of a red wave in Texas, or the Texas stronghold. And this is something that I just had on the other night with Larry Ortega, is we need to redesign the GOP. Okay. The GOP is very corrupt, and we need to take that back as conservatives. So the Gran Rio Valley, Texas, most people in South Texas have long voted reliably blue. But this election cycle, there are 3 conservative Latino candidates vying to transform the politics here and turn the region red. And don't forget my friend Frank Lopez Jr., who is also running for the 23rd congressional seat in Texas. We need to support Frank Lopez. I've been sharing his information out. I have reached out to him to see if he'll come on and do an interview with us again to give you guys in Texas an opportunity to hear Frank speak. But he is a very busy man, and I'm so proud of Frank for stepping up. He's catching a lot of traction in Texas. I've been watching his campaign, and he is everywhere. And you know what? God bless you, Frank Lopez Jr. Prayers to you and your family. Keep up the fight, brother. And I just pray that the fair election and outcome will be in your favor. All right, here's something in the news again. Hunter Biden attained $40 million real estate deal with a Russian billionaire while his father was vice president of the United States. Man, you just cannot make this stuff up. I'm showing you guys right now how corrupt the Biden administration is, how corrupt the Biden family is. They are tainted, and they're a threat to our national security. They're compromised. The Biden family is compromised. And we're going to keep putting this truth out until they take us down. Hunter Biden reached a $40 million real estate deal in 2012 with a Russian billionaire's wife and former mayor of Moscow. And guess what? Oh, Joey Dimes there. He got a big chunk of that. You can read and catch this article in Breitbart if you guys choose to. It goes and breaks all the funds down, talks about how they Hunter Biden's overall business had 7 office buildings, 1 in Texas, 1 in Colorado, Alabama, New Mexico, and Oklahoma, with a $52 million in cash and $160 million leverage. So these guys were just raking it in. The Biden family just raking it in. And this even came out on the Daily Mail online. Leaked emails reveals that Hunter Biden's real estate company received $40 million investment from a Russian oligarch. There you have it. Let's keep talking about it. Let's keep putting it out there. Let's keep sharing all these videos. We need to wake people up to how corrupt the Democrat Party is, how corrupt the Biden family is, how corrupt Washington is, how corrupt the rhinos are. This isn't just Democrats. I know a lot of people have emotions toward Democrats and they're furious with the Democrats, but listen, what's worse than a Democrat? A Republican. Why is that? Because at least Democrats tell you to your face exactly what they're going to do. They want to take your Second Amendment right. They want to take your First Amendment right. They want you, they'll come right out to your face and tell you that. What's worse than a Democrat is a rhino, because they pretend and pander to you. They say, well, like Kevin McCarthy, if you vote us back into office, once you give us that power back, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then they turn around and they don't do it. They stab you in the back, and they are liars and cheaters. And that's what's worse than a Democrat, is a lying, cheating, deceiving Republican. And Kevin McCarthy is one. Mitch, the Turtle Man McConnell, is one. Mitt Romney is one. Liz Cheney is one. Lindsey Graham is one. We're calling them all out, right and left. All right, last headline for today. D.C. debates, fight Russian nukes or negotiate a deal. like I said, this guy is eating ice creams and sniffing little girls' hair, doesn't really have any plan to combat what's going on between the Ukraine and Russia. And all I could tell you is if Donald Trump was still president, which he is, but if he was in the office, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. I guarantee it. The threat of nuclear war over Ukraine is rising fast, but there is a minimal evidence that resident Joe Biden and his top deputies are willing to negotiate a peace deal with Russia. Why is that? Why are they not stepping up? Why are they not trying to negotiate any kind of deal? Intelligence analysts now believe that the probability of use of tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine has risen from 1 to 5% of the start of the war to a 20 to 25% today, according to the Leon Panetta, former defense secretary and CIA director of President Barack Obama. Now, to give credit where credit is due, Canadian Patriot actually first reported this yesterday. While I was watching him, he brought this to our attention that alert is now up to between 20 to 25%. That is a big deal. I want you guys to realize how serious this is. This is even more serious than the Cuban Missile Crisis back in the 60s, 70s. This is bigger than the Cold War, and it's slapping us right in the face, and it seems like a lot of people not paying attention, and I'm concerned about it. I'm concerned. Where did my internet go? Disappeared on me. All right. Hopefully the internet is still there.